Hey there guys, welcome to the Amazing Brick Network. My name's Tori Favreau. I hope this video finds you super well. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit us a like if you're enjoying what you're seeing. Today we are going to be building the Lego Star Wars BrickHeadz, the Mandalorian and the Child double pack. So without further ado, let's have a quick look at the box here and then we'll get into the build itself. Pretty cool looking packaging on this one here. I don't know why they just show you what a brick looks like, but yeah, 1-to-1 scale of a brick. And then on the side, you've got that really cool little image there of Mando reaching out to the child that we now know his name is Grogu. So there we go. That's the back of the box there. And of course, boring information there in numerous languages and some stuff and a barcode. Look out for that barcode. Okay, let's get straight into this then, folks. Dun 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 dun. Okay, let's get into this build. I love The Mandalorian. You can see it at the moment on Disney. I hope that you guys are watching it. You'd be familiar with the child, otherwise known as the little baby Yoda. And of course, we've got the Mandalorian there. Part one of this build, though, is getting straight into the child. We now know the child's name. His name is Grogu. So if you haven't been watching the show, as in not this show, you're watching it right now, and I really do appreciate it. If you haven't been watching The Mandalorian is a bounty hunter who has been tasked with getting the child, who is force sensitive, lots of Star Wars terminology there, but to other Jedi so as he can be trained and they have adventures as they go all around the galaxy. So the build starts off and the child is a baby. It's about 50 years old, but as we know, if you've watched Star Wars, or specifically The Empire Strikes Back, they can live up to about 900 years old. So it's a child by all reckoning, force sensitive, and the Mandalorian makes sure that he is safe and well and carries him around in a capsule that we're making at the moment. So the first part of the build is a capsule build. Look out for that. Now, I have to say this, got to get it out of the way. Thank you so much to everyone who does watch the show. It's highly appreciated. Our last video, it staggered me. We've got over 2,000 views, and that is something that I want to say thank you to all of you, because I didn't do anything. I just put up a video about the new Lego sets that were coming out. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it gave you the opportunity to hop onto your local toy shop or the Lego store of your choice and make your wish list, getting ready for January the 1st. Such an exciting time to be a fan of Lego. It almost feels like it's always exciting to be a fan of Lego, but they've got some really cool stuff coming out, and I'll try to stay on top of it to make sure that you guys do get your hands on sets when they do come out so you don't miss out. So that's my promise to you. I will keep an eye out as best I can. Almost finished making the capsule here. It was pretty neat how the certain different bits and pieces came together there, and it's pretty true to the TV show, so I can say I was very happy with how it all wrapped up and came together. Though I don't know, because these are sped up videos, you may not see it because in one of the areas there the build was a little bit weak, and I did notice that it came apart as I was trying to put other bits on. Never mind, once you do get those little side curved pieces on, the rest of it does reinforce. So it does come together. It's solid once it's finished, but just be careful as you're putting it together, because there are certain parts there that will play up. So that is the carrier done, and we're going on to the child now. And it was really cute. I enjoyed recently, I showed you guys how to make the elf BrickHeadz set, and that was lots of fun to do in the lead up to Christmas. Geez, we had a lot of fun during that period of time. If you did miss out, go back and have a look. We did every day of the Star Wars and Harry Potter advent calendars. We made the elf clubhouse. We did the elf and reindeer Christmas set, and we did the Lego exclusive Christmas tree poly bag. So much fun. I had a ball doing it. I understand that you guys did too, so it made me really happy to know that I was sort of contributing towards the lead up to Christmas. And I think like the Elf Clubhouse in particular really got me into the Christmas spirit. It was nice to have something a bit Christmassy up and about in Lego form leading up to that particular time. So I hope that your holidays are all going well. If you're watching this as it does come out, it is December the 27th. So, you know, hopefully your tummy is still full of food from whatever particular holiday you like to celebrate during this time of year. it really does not matter as long as you're all looking after each other and most importantly, looking after yourselves. I think a lot of people forget that. They really wear themselves out over this period and they forget to look after themselves when your family needs you to do that so as you can be in a state to look after them too. Anyhow, I digress. As we can see, look at his little eyes. Look at the little eyes and hands. He's just so cute. And in the show, he is just absolutely adorable. Speaking of the child, I have also done a speed build of the very large, over 1,000 piece set of the child, the brick built child. So jump on back. You'll have to go past all of the advent calendar stuff. I do apologize. It's a lot of videos, but if you do want to see the speed build of the child, I do have one there for you. So I'm super excited that you can experience that build with me as well, because that was epic. Look at him. It's too cute. Get in there. Get in your little capsule, buddy. Then we go straight on and we're going to build the Mandalorian. Now, this was different from a lot of the BrickHeadz sets that I've made. Generally, there's like a framework that you follow, and it just builds up and around that framework. But this, because he's so detailed and he's got weaponry and everything like that, it was totally different. And the thing that did throw me though also is when Lego does their sets and they've got bags that, you know, you undo, of course, they sort of come out in a certain way, and you know when you lay them out, okay, the smaller bricks are going to be here, the tiles are going to be here, and they mixed it up. So a few times there I found myself, I put stuff to the left and right when I do these builds, so I'm not bothering you with the bricks, or as much as possible anyhow. And I found myself reaching across the table constantly because the bricks weren't quite where I thought they'd be. They did mix them up a little bit differently here. And of course, you guys aren't all videoing yourself doing it for other people, but just be aware that some of the bricks you may expect to be in the small brick bags, they're not. They are all mixed up together more or less. There wasn't a lot of rhyme or reason to them in my opinion, but they certainly were all there, and there was a nice little swag of them left over afterward. Now with this particular video, folks, once we are finished doing our build here, there is a little review. I'll show you the pieces as they are complete, and we'll have a talk about the actual process and the fun had during that process. So be sure to stay after the build, because there is an actual talky bit, you know, where we use the words and stuff. See what I mean here? It's actually different. It's not all just reinforced all the way up and around. And the way that the Mandalorian's mask was done was, helmet, the bottom part of the helmet. I do apologize, folks. And I'll tell you what though, just digressing slightly, because, you know, I do this sometimes. I have watched the last 3 episodes of Mandalorian Season 2 twice now. I have done the multiple views. I love them so much. Now see how this fits in here? Very, very clever. I liked it. At first I was like, how is that actually going to fit in? Because there's nothing to click it into. But the way it's all spaced, it fits really well inside those tan elements there. It holds it down nicely. And overall, I was really pleased with how solid and firm the build was. There you go, the bottom of the helmet. I feel so bad for Mando. How does he see going through that? I don't know how he does. I know he's got different sensors and arrays, but at the end of the day, he's a guy trying to see through a slit in a helmet, and he's not allowed to take it off. Though, if you do watch, he is getting the mask off a little bit more. So that's been really good, and it's had particular poignancy in the show. I'm not going to give you spoilers there just in case, other than the fact you do see a bit more of Mando's face if you're not up to speed with the show so far. So now we're actually reinforcing the top part of the helmet, and in a moment we'll be putting the eyepiece across there. There we go. Good job, Tori. Well done on knowing what you did when you did it. I always think it's funny, and I don't know why Lego does this, but the core of the BrickHeadz, they always use a pink brick in there, and I don't know the reason for it. There's not one as far as I can see, but I do like the fact there's always, you know, inside every BrickHeadz there's a pink brick. I don't even know. Maybe it's because, you know, the pink part is its brain. Like, who knows? The people at Lego are extremely clever, far cleverer than myself, and maybe that is the reason for it all there. And we've just put the first hand on, and now we're just doing the detailing for the side of the helmet. I just thought that was really cool. The way the BrickHeadz are put together is very simplistic, but at the same time highly effective. Certainly no complaints from me. Every time I build one, I thoroughly enjoy the process, and I really do hope that you're enjoying it as well. If you are, please click that like down below. Highly appreciated. Thank you so very much. If you've built this and you had fun doing it, pop a comment down there below as well. The community is really coming together, folks, and we're getting so many comments, and I do answer every single one of them. People who do comment could certainly attest to that. They say, that Tory, he doesn't tell lies. He answers every comment. So I do love having that dialogue with you guys, because in some ways that's the only way we can sort of chat to each other, and that is through the comments. So it's highly, highly valued, and thank you so very much. Putting the feet on down there, I did have some difficulty there, because I was like, where does it go? Does it go in the middle? Does it go at the back? And of course the diagram does show you, but as you may know, if you've looked at builds that have brown in them, Lego has trouble printing brown on their instructions, and black too. But because of all the brown there, I was like, oh, I'm not too sure where I should be putting this. Come back to it. But no, we certainly got it all together there, folks. So far, I hope you are enjoying this build. And if you're making this set yourself, I hope that if you're at all stuck, I really hope that you're not, but if you're at all stuck, then this video should provide just a little bit of insight as to the process. Slow it down at any stage. Pause it if you need to. The choice is absolutely yours, and I'm just glad that I was able to give you the opportunity to check it all out. Top of the helmet is done. And now this is the cool part, because he does have the cape as well, and we're making the cape right now, so get ready for that to be going onto the actual back. Clever use of elements there, clicking straight on. And there we go. See, I knocked the foot off on that particular part there. It is a little bit flimsy, but what can you do? It's hard to reinforce things like that, especially when the whole idea is that they just get put on a little standee. So it's not as though you're going to be getting them around. There's not a lot of playability. They're just really cute little statues. Do you guys display your BrickHeadz? That's a question. I've got them all on shelving that I do as I make them. I put them up there. But some of you may have a lot of BrickHeadz. And if you do, how do you display them? Put a comment below. And I'm genuinely, honestly curious as to that, because I have not built all of my BrickHeadz, and I do wonder how you do stack them up. They're not like pop vinyls where you just put the box one on top of the other. They are something that you've built. There is no display casing for them, at least not that I'm aware of. So it would be an interesting thing to actually see how BrickHeadz are displayed when you've got a lot of them. Be sure to let me know, and I will share that information with people on another show. We have got only a couple of minutes left of this particular build, but the actual BrickHead himself, the Mandalorian, has been put together nicely. Here goes the stand. He's going to go on it, and then after this little bit coming up here, we'll talk about the build itself. So if you do want to get in touch, here's how to on social network. And now let's have a chat about the build. So there you have it, folks. What do you think? I reckon they come up pretty nicely, to be honest with you. The Grogu build, the child, I love the little capsule there, ready for action, ready to protect little baby Yoda. I don't like when he's called that. He's not baby Yoda, he's the child. Yeah, that is a sensational little build, and like the fact that he does come out is pretty cool. And yeah, of course, Mando looks absolutely menacing there. And just the amount of weaponry on a little BrickHeadz figure, I was absolutely stoked with this one. I think that they look super cool, and I'm glad I've got them in the collection. But just as importantly, I'm really glad that I got to build them for you, and that we got to share that experience together. So this is BrickHeadz, the Mandalorian and the child, and I do hope that you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button, give us a subscribe if you haven't. That would be really appreciated, and I can't wait to share more Lego news, builds and reviews with you sometime soon. Take care and happy building, guys.